welcome to this YouTube channel initiated by Gnan Manjari Modern School. As you know students that we are discussing unit number 5 and now we are at the end part of the unit. So in today's video you will see the topic of cyclone, topic of flood and famine or landslide. So these 4 topics will be discussed in this YouTube video. Now you are requested to take this book with you while you are watching this video so that it will be easier for you to understand all the things, and more importantly pictures are very beautiful, means picture of this event are given here, so it will be interesting for you if you keep this book with you. So I am just reading from page number 26 and it is flood. First topic is flood. These all are called natural disaster student, as our this name of this unit is natural disaster. So flood. If you remember student, so before some years we have this kind of flood at Kedarnath. That was horrifying, terrific event, or we can say natural disaster of for India. So that kind of situation is called flood. The flow of excess water in a river is called flood. Flood occurs due to 2 reasons. First is heavy rain in the upper course of a river, and second, if a dam on river breaks, flood occurs in the low-lying area of river bank. So what is the meaning of flood? So we can say that if there is excessive water near river or in the river, so that is called flood. Now which are 2 reasons because of that this flood occur? So there are 2 mainly reasons. First is heavy rain in upper course of river. So our Kedarnath accident was we can consider that accident in first reason, means there was a heavy rainfall or that break of cloud, so that the river became overflow and the river was overflow, and that because of that flood occurred. Second, we have if a dam on the river breaks, so this cause that flood also. So the definition of flood is written here student. The flow of excess of water means water, that water in a large amount, or we can say in ton of water. So if that kind of situation is occurred, so it is called flood due to heavy rain in upper courses. So that is the reason. First reason is due to heavy rain in upper courses, and second reason is if a dam on river breaks. So this is flood. Now thing to know is given in the box. So in the box the name of the river is given, flood affected area is given, and year of that flood is given. First is Ganga and Yamuna. So that is North India, that river when 1978 that flood was there in river Ganga and Yamuna, and that was affected, that North India was affected by that. After, if we talk about Morbi Dam, or that Morbi Dam breaks, so that happened on 1979, and that Morbi was affected seriously in this dam breaking event. After if we talk about that 2006, Surat city was the victim of this flood, and there was a flood in Tapi river. Because of that, Surat had to face many destruction or more destruction we can say, and that flood happened in 2006. After that, if we talk about 2008, so in 2008 in Bihar Koshi river, there was a flood in Koshi river, and that flood affected Bihar, and the year was 2008. So these are some example of floods which occurred during 1978 to 1979 and 2006 to 2008, and this can be asked in MCQ student. So you have to learn this year, affected area and river. So this is flood. Now we are talking about famine. So the picture is given here. Now I am reading from page number 27. Scanty rainfall leads to the drying up of the groundwater and shortage of food and water. So if we talk about famine, so how that famine occurs. So scanty rainfall means shortage of rainfall leads to the drying up of ground, and because of that rainfall that ground becomes dry and shortage of food is occur. So this situation is called famine. This condition is known as famine. The condition of famine occurs in case of scanty rainfall or no rainfall for 2 to 3 years successfully. So if we talk about famine, so if we don't have rainfall for 2 to 3 years continuously, so that is called that famine, or we can say the shortage of rainfall is also considered famine. So if in our country or in any state, if rain is not there for continuously 2 to 3 years, so that is described famine. If you remember students, so before some years we have this kind of famine in Maharashtra. In Maharashtra state, there was in some of the villages, not only Mumbai, but in some of the village of Maharashtra district, there was not a drop of water, and that's why at that time those people just had to face this situation of famine. So if we think or if we see newspaper or if we listen news in the TV, so we will get the knowledge about this flood and famine and this landslide and all. The eastern coast especially experience it every year. So if we talk, the condition of famine occurs in case of scanty rainfall or no rainfall for 2 to 3 years successively. The possibility of famine is less if we plant more trees. So if we want to just end that scarcity of water, or if we want to less that possibility of famine, so the only option we have is we have to plant more trees, because trees help to bring water, or we can say rain, and if rain comes, so there will be no possibility for famine. So this is famine, and the keywords are, you have to remember that because of scanty rainfall this famine occur, or we can say that if there is no rainfall continuously for 2 to 3 years, so that also causes famine. A drying up of the ground, because of that scanty water or shortage of water, that land or ground becomes dry, and that will lead to that famine. And to less this famine possibility, we have to plant more trees. So this is flood and famine, students. Now we are moving for cyclone. The simple meaning of cyclone is air which blows at a great speed. So if you find, if you have already known about cyclone, you have seen that in the TV, and you have read that about in newspaper. So we can say the simple meaning, if you want to make of cyclone, is that the air which blows at a great speed. So air with great speed is called cyclone. It can be called a storm or whirlwind, and there are two names for this cyclone. We can say storm or whirlwind to cyclone. The coastal areas of India experience cyclone every year. So if we talk about the coastal area means the area near sea. So that just experience cyclone every year. The eastern coast especially experience it every year, and especially the eastern part of the country face, or we can say experience this cyclone every year. The adjacent regions, adjacent means very close region, so the nearby regions also feel the effect of cyclone when it is at its highest intensity. So the nearby regions also feel the effect of cyclone when it is at the highest intensity. However, these winds affect a limited area for a limited period of time only. So that is one thing about cyclone is, so the cyclone or this strong speedy wind affect only at a limited area for a limited period of time. So here that on page number 27, the picture of cyclone and destruction, how cyclone can be destructive, that is described through picture. Now turn the page, students. So this is cyclone, this is flood, and this is famine. Now you have some time to note down this thing, student. After that we will go for landslide or forest fire. Please note down this. Next topic is forest fire. So here we talk about the forest fire. And the information is very less given here. Friction between dry branches of trees and other factors cause forest fire. So what are the causes of forest fire? So we can say if there is a friction between dry branches, so that create forest fire. It causes a great amount of damage to the forest resources. And this forest fire, recently we have that forest fire accident in Australia country, and many animals were dead there, and many trees and that plants were destructed in that fire. So friction between dry branches of tree, so that is called forest fire. How this occur? So we can say friction between dry branches causes forest fire. Causes a great amount of damage. So this is the forest fire. Very less information is given here. Now talking about landslide. So what is landslide? So here we can say that accident in Kedarnath is also, we can say, the example of landslide. The sliding of large mass of rock material, soil, etc. down the side of the mountain or cliff is termed as landslide. So if there is a sliding of large rock, or we can say sliding of large rock and the soil, and that goes down at the side of a mountain or cliff, is termed that landslide. Two factors cause landslide: excessive rainfall or the earthquake. So there are two factors which cause landslide, and that is earthquake and excessive water, means heavy rain. For example, in the rainy season, the railway transportation in Konkan gets obstructed due to landslide. Or here example is given, student. So in rainy season, the railway transportation in Konkan gets obstructed due to landslide. So that is the thing, that every rainy season this Konkan gets that obstruction due to that landslide. So this is landslide, student, and let me write you the keyword. So we can say sliding of large mass of rock material and soil. This is called landslide. Excessive water, or we can say rainfall, and earthquake. And due to earthquake, So this is our unit number 5, student. We have discussed all the natural disaster in this unit. Let me give you brief idea about this. So first is earthquake, second is volcano, third is tsunami, fourth is flood, and fifth is famine, sixth cyclone, seventh forest fire, and lastly we discussed landslide. Before we go for new topic, please note down these keywords of forest fire and landslide. Please note down this, student. Okay, students. So now I give you homework. After that, we'll go for another Okay. So if you turn page, on page number 30, we have revision 1, and here we have some of the topic of 1 to 5. So first we'll do that revision. After that, we'll go for unit number 6. So let us remember that is given, and some of the points are given. So, trading system in India, attraction of Indian commodities abroad, peace-loving people of India, heavy demand of Indian commodity in Europe, discovery of sea route, the battle of Plassey and Buxar. So, here we have list of this word, these new topics, which we, not new, which we have discussed. So, I will revise this. So, we'll start from the discovery of sea route. Okay, students, so we will go for unit number 1 again as part of revision, and here we have Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and the Portugal rules, the Dutch British interest in India, the French British trade in Bengal, and Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar. So these are the topic of unit number 1. So we'll go for this main topic. So first is Christopher Columbus. So let's see something about, or let's have that information about Christopher Columbus. I am reading on page number 2, student, unit number 1. Columbus, an Italian explorer, was one of the brave sailors who ventured out to find the sea route to India. So in our revision we have that topic, that sea route of India. So that is I am discussing. See. Discovering the sea route that I am talking. So here we are talking about, of course, this Christopher Columbus, and he was Italian explorer and one of the brave soldiers who just ventured out, means came out to find the sea route of India. He thought that one can go to the east via west also, and it was his thinking that he believed that anyone can go to the east via west. Why did he believe so? And what was the reason behind his belief of this? Think about it. Columbus started his journey to India and accidentally reached America. So he started his journey for India, to India, but accidentally he found America and reached America. As long as he lived, he was under the misconception that he had discovered the sea route to India. So what did he feel or what did he have at or misconception he had at that time is he reached America and he just thought that he found the sea route of India. Hence even today the natives of America are called Red Indians. So till date that natives of America are called Red Indians and the island group in a Caribbean is known as the West Indies. And if we talk about this island group of Caribbean, so those people or those group or those area we can say is known as West Indies. So this is Christopher Columbus student. The topic we can say that sea route to India. Let me write the keyword for this. So Columbus was Italian explorer wanted to find the sea route to India east via west. He reached to America he had misconception about the sea route of India. The native of America called the Red Indian. And island group of Caribbean known as West Indies. Christopher Columbus and keywords for that. See, Christopher Columbus was an Italian explorer and he ventured out and he wanted to find the sea route of India. He believed that we can go to there east via west, and by accidentally finding the route of India, accidentally he just reached to America and he had misconception about the sea route of India. Still we have the native of America is still known as the Red Indians, and island group of Caribbean is the people of those area, means this island group of Caribbean people are known as West Indies. So this is Christopher Columbus students. You have been taught this, but still we are doing the revision. That's why I am repeating this topic. Please note down this word, okay, these key points of Christopher Columbus. So if you are asked to write about that sea route to India, so you can write this information in that also. Now next is next is Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama, a native of Portugal, discovered the sea route to India. So he was a native of Portugal. and he discovered the sea route to India. He encircled the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa and reached the port of Calicut on 22 May 1498 after the crossing the Indian Ocean. So he encircled the Cape of Good Hope. So the next topic is in South Africa. And the port of Calicut he reached on 22 May 1498 after crossing the Indian Ocean. Then ruling king of Calicut, Zamorin, gave permission to the Portuguese to trade. After that, King Zamorin, and he got permission for trading. The Portuguese established a fort in Calicut for trade in 1500 CE. They fortified it and appointed a commander-in-chief, namely Albuquerque, to safeguard the fort. Moving northward, Albuquerque conquered Goa in 1506. Within a span of 100 years, the Portuguese took control of Mangalore, Cochin, Goa, Diu, Mumbai and island of Lanka. So this way Portuguese just ruled some of the places, that is Mangalore, Kochi, Goa, Diu, Mumbai and island of Sri Lanka. So this is Vasco da Gama and the story of him. So we can write this, that keywords for second paragraph. So port in Calicut in 1500. Commander, namely conquered Goa in 1506, and within a span of 100 years, the Portuguese took control of Mangalore, Cochin, Diu, Mumbai, Goa and island of Sri Lanka. So this is Vasco da Gama. Here I have written the keywords of this Vasco da Gama. Please note down this. So as a part of revision student, we have completed 2 topics. Now it's time to give you homework, and your homework is exercise 1 and 2 of unit 5 you have to do in your book, which is there on page number 29. Now this is for today student. We will meet again in next video with another topics of revision. Till then, please take care of yourself. Bye. Thank you.